seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie.
Really? This is that awkward length. Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Settles in over the putt. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Action is underway, and we'll take you out to hole number 4. This has not been pretty so far in the second round. Frank, what are you seeing?
Ball's just going everywhere. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil. And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Well, this is going to be an interesting day. The wind is howling, or as they would say in Scotland, just a wee breeze.
I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up. Get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Bogey here yesterday, chance to better that today. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now, the first par 3 here at Royal Troon. It's the 5th hole. A little bit more than 200 yards. What's the challenge here, Frank?
A lot depends on the breeze. Plus, you remember, you've got to allow for the roll and the bounce here. So anything pitching on the front of the green, let that ball release or kick towards the middle and back of this green.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
Once considered the best player at the college level, our featured golfer makes birdie, sitting comfortably inside the cut line. Well, Frank, typically when you step up to a par 5, you're thinking birdie, maybe even eagle. But this is 601 yards, a behemoth. It's long, and you can get punished for a mistake here, can't you?
It used to be the longest par 5 on the Open Championship rotor. But remember, there's humps and hollows that can always be used in your advantage. To your advantage. If you aim it down the right side, the ball normally kicks back towards the middle of the fairway. So that's the side to be aiming on.
Excellent position and just a huge shot. See if our featured golfer can get a little something positive going here, Frank. It has been a miserable day.
Yeah, things have just appeared too tough. So really just somehow just eradicate everything you've been thinking right now. Realize this green's big enough. Just get something on the green. Opportunity maybe for a birdie.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
And with that birdie, moves to 3rd place. Ball's teed up, ready to fly here at the 7th.
Yeah, it's a slight elevated tee, so you see all the problems in front of you. A couple of bunkers down the left, 2 down the right, but it's links golf, so you know where you got to go. That's in between them.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up. Should be safely on deck.
And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole, this for birdie. 21 feet from pay dirt. Well, you could see he thought he had that.
It looked in the whole way until the end.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. No damage done. Made the par. Frank, the 8th hole, it is one of the most famous in the world, the little postage stamp, par 3.
Yeah, the front part of this green's the widest, Rich. Then it starts to narrow up, so you never know. Maybe going a little lower if you're going to go towards the back of the green. But really, if you're going to err, you want to err on that first third, first half of the screen.
And you don't want to come in too hot and roll it off the back. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday.
Just moving that much closer to the leader now, Rich.
Frank, how does the front nine finish up with this par 4?
Well, the par 4 ninth is called the Monk. It's not overly long, 423 yards, dogleg to the right. Just one bunker down the left to be avoided.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
This is how the game is supposed to be played. This has been just outstanding. Beautiful to watch. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Solid play, heart of the green. And getting ready for the putt. I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace. It's hard to be critical of that.
Frank, at this stage of the championship, you cannot afford bogeys.
That's right. Now there's an even bigger gap between where they stand and the top of the leaderboard.
Rich Lerter alongside Frank Nobilo getting set for the back nine here at historic Royal Troon. What's the 10th hole all about, Frank?
It's called Sandhills, and that's for a reason. Blind tee shot, especially from the championship tees, where you hit it over the sandhills. Ideally, you want to hit the ball about 280, 290 yards.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Not a gimme, but well within his range. With that birdie, moves one shot closer to the lead. Frank, they call the 11th hole here at Royal Troon Railway. Maybe I'm being negative, but I think it should be called course because that's all I can see on this opening shot.
Gorse certainly comes into play right and left. The problem isn't bunkers here. 490 yards. Often it plays back into the breeze.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Frank, I'm thinking back to 1989 and the Open Championship. That was sort of our first chance to see the new playoff format at the Open.
That's right, Rich. In 1985, they decided to have a...
That's out of bounds, and it'll cost him a shot. Getting set now for his fourth shot. Took the penalty after hitting it out of bounds.
Yeah, this can get away from him here.
This has kind of been a disaster to this point, Frank, and he's not done yet.
Yeah, and they've added up way too quick, and almost got to take a breath and just say, okay, one step back, what can I do from here? Well, I'm going to tell you, the best thing you can do from here is make a double bogey, then wipe this hole out of your mind.
Time to regroup. That's a double bogey. Back here on the bonny shores of Scotland at Royal Troon Golf Club with just a wee breeze, as they say over here, Frank. On the tee at the 12th.
A hole that bends to the right, gorse right and left. There's a bit of a mound and rough down the right side. That has to be avoided.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. This from 7 feet. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Settles in over the putt. Good putt. And now the tee shot here at the 472-yard par 4 13th.
A hole that bends to the right, ideally hit it down the left side, and then you're playing to a raised two-tiered green.
Just pulverized that golf ball.
After that good tee shot, Rich, it's time to take full advantage of it.
And this is one where he can really go after the whole location and maybe think about making birdie. Here's to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Well, that's how it's done. The approach shot is within 10 feet. Another good look. Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Frank, you've navigated so many leaderboards in your career. This is the way to do it, isn't it?
Oh, there's plenty of holes ahead too, Rich. Third place, a really good position to be playing from here on in.
Heading for home now, Frank, the par 3 14th, just under 180 yards. What's the key here?
Well, it's rather narrow at the front there. There's 3 bunkers, but it's the second 2 that you really worry about that narrow the front of this green up. Plus, the front is slightly raised, so ideally you want it to fly more towards the middle where it starts to widen up.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. And with that birdie, moves into second place. At the 15th, this par 4 is over 480 yards.
The key here really is the 3 bunkers, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. 260 yards gets you past that. You find the fairway here, then you don't have to worry about the 3 bunkers that are short of this green.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. The second shot now to the par 4.
It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Perfect, and in the hole. What a shot. Frank, here's the only par 5 on the back 9 at
180 yards. So it's very much about placing that second shot. in a good distance for your third.
In the 1997 Open Championship here at Royal Troon, you played with Tiger Woods in the third round. What did he do at this 16th hole?
He hit a driver for a second shot into a head breeze from about 270 yards. Managed to get it on the green, then knocked it in from about 45 feet for eagle.
You knew he was something special back then, didn't you?
Yeah, he was the only one that even tried that shot.
That one is gone. OB. This will be the third shot after being penalized for going out of bounds. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. These putts keep the round together.
Frank had the touch of a plumber right there.
Yeah, you'd like a redo, wouldn't you? Wake up, wake up!
So a tester from 4 feet. Well, Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. You give it, and it taketh away. Not a good time to make a bogey.
Drops down to second place. Frank, now to the hole they call Rabbit, 222-yard par 3.
I don't know why it's called Rabbit, because this is certainly some tough par 3. Green sits up a little bit. There's a big roll-off on the left side, well bunkered. This takes a brilliant long iron shot just to keep it on the green.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. And it makes the green in regulation. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole. So just replicate that on the way back.
Lining this one up for par. Good effort, good par putt. Frank, now the final hole, steeped in so much history. When you think about the legends of the game who have walked off this tee on their way to the claret jug, guys like Tom Watson, Arnold Palmer, Bobby Locke.
If you've got a one-shot lead standing on this tee, somehow you have to avoid those 4 bunkers. 3 down the left, 1 down the right, with a strip of fairway in between.
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here on the final hole. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Well, this is straight at it.
That's a really good line. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
And getting ready for the putt.
Now that birdie has to feel even better, Rich, with everything so tight at the top.
Right in the middle of a Donnybrook at this point. So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.